Hi, I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we are back to looking at fans for a bit as I conclude the testing that I'm doing on placement, configuration of all-in-one water coolers. So we're going to take a look at today at the Rosewill RFBF-131411 140 millimeter fan. Basic boxes, which is absolutely fine with me as long as they protect the fans that come. And this is what that fan looks like. Lots of blades, kind of nondescript looking. But, you know, that also doesn't really matter. Now, there are no corner cushions on this. However, of course, it does come with the screws. And this is a 2-pack. Not Tupac Shakur, but, and it comes with, if you want to power your fans using your power from the power supply with Molex D, there's this. It goes from 3-pin, which is what these fans are. They're a 3-pin fan. And since there are no lights to look at, well, I mean, except for the lights around me, obviously, but, you know, that's not even funny, so I'll stop right now while I'm behind. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Now, I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently this time. And thank you to Tatami Matt, who lives in, I believe, the UK. He designed for me a fan frame to hold fans so that when I'm doing testing and stuff, they're not going to be flopping about or whatever. And thank you to my local library for having the wonderful free 3D printing program that allowed me over the past few months to print out all of the pieces. And when I say all the pieces, I'm not talking about, you know, like 3 or 4. I'm talking about, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. And I'm also working on, once he finishes designing the funnel for my anemometer, a thing that'll allow me to measure airflow in a more precise manner. But this is my very attractive looking fan frame. Now you're wondering, why are there 3 colors? Well, first time off, I was like, I'll do green. But then I was like, you know, these guys are helping me out, and it's not costing me a thing other than being very, very, very patient. Because, you know, there are lots of kids who are printing out stuff, and even adults who are printing out stuff. And so after that green one, I was like, you know, let's just do this. Whatever color you guys are trying to get rid of, just choose that color. I don't care what color it is. It can be anything. And apparently, this brown, for whatever reason, I guess they're not printing out a lot of Groots or something like that, because this brown is not popular, because with the exception of the 2 white pieces, everything was printed brown. And the green one, of course. So this one is adjustable on all these axes, but I'm going to leave this one and this one locked in place because, well, there's no reason not to, because I need to have that consistent right angle. And it's a little bit to obtain that angle, and it's even more difficult to keep it in place because I'm going to have to actually use my cyanoacrylate or super glue or crazy glue to glue it in place so it doesn't wiggle around anymore, so that I do actually have a right angle. And I did put some rubber pieces along the 2 uprights to try and help hold it in place so it's not wiggling around and stuff like that. But again, because I can't get the angles quite exactly right, it's still wiggling a bit. So it's a work in progress as I seek to get the optimum configuration set up here for my fans. All right, let's listen to, we don't need the echo, right? Let's listen to the sound of the fan. It's a little bit slow in getting started. It's a bit slow starting up. And as you can hear, there's something definitely rubbing. And although it takes a fair amount of electricity to get it started, it can go down fairly low. Well, the rubbing sound isn't going away, which suggests that the bearings in this particular fan are kind of poor quality. So we are going to go ahead and just proceed. And here I am down here trying to do this for you. Getting some harmonic resonances here. That's maximum. It's actually pretty quiet. I'm surprised. But there are definitely periods where, or not periods, speeds where there are resonances happening. Not right now, but yeah. It is, for some people, going to be quite agonizing. For me, it doesn't really matter. But I know that there are plenty of people out there that prioritize noise reduction over performance. And that's your choice. But just remember, the fan is there to keep your computer from overheating. It's not there for your noise, your ear pleasure. Okay? If you want ear pleasure, use some headphones. Don't turn up the volume very loud and listen to some music you enjoy. If you're going to use headphones a lot and you're going to blast the music and the sound from the video games, you're going to go deaf. You're going to end up with tinnitus first, and slowly it's going to progress until the point where you have to wear hearing aids. So don't be dumb about it. All right, so not a very impressive fan as far as that is concerned. Let's go ahead and I just want to see how much force there is behind this fan's pushing. Didn't have it exactly mounted right. That should be better. So it's okay. Let me hold this in my hand for you, which is not how it was designed. But right about here is where I can start to definitely feel some pressure. So it's pretty low static pressure. All right, let's listen to let's look at the specs, shall we? All right, so the Roseville RFBF-131411. It's also got DF1402515 SELN stamped on it. The S is probably for sleeve bearing, but we'll see. And I paid $15 for this. I feel like it's a bit overpriced. Certification with CE, made in China, 140 by 25. I couldn't find information on the lifespan or guarantee. 190 grams, 11 blades, 125 millimeters between the mounting holes, 1,200 maximum RPMs with a variance of about 10%. 48.7 CFM of airflow. I couldn't find information on the static pressure. I'm going to guess the static pressure is somewhere around 1 millimeter of water. The decibels are a maximum of 23, which sounds about right. It was pretty quiet, except for the rubbing. 51 centimeter long fan cable, no daisy chaining or sleeving, 3-pin DC connector, and it's a fluid dynamic bearing, but obviously super, super cheap. And 12 volts, 2.16 watts, 0.18 amps. So that's not too bad, but definitely for what you're getting out of it, could be better. Like if I take a look at this, let's see something comparable. Oh, that's actually worse. Actually, it's for the 140s that I've got. I think actually that's not bad. Let me just scroll up here a little bit further. Okay, the 140s start right here with that Silverstone. So if we just go and look at 140 to there, we can see that now, ignoring the CFMs, which, you know, again, the CFMs are not exactly amazing. They're very average. But we see 0.18 amps. And if we look at all these 140s up above, all of them are higher in amperage. However, if we go back and look at their CFMs, they're also all higher, much higher in their CFMs in some cases. The worst one was the Thermaltake Ring 14. And then for static pressure, they all have similar or better static pressure than this one. All right, what does it come with? Well, it has indicators for rotation and flow. It turns in a clockwise direction. It comes with 4 screws and a Molex D to 2-pin LP4 adapter cable. I put in 3 because it actually is designed to allow a 3-pin to be plugged in there. But though that plug is called an LP4, which I just recently found out as I was recording the data for this particular fan. So I will try to update all of my information to reflect that on all my fans, if I don't forget, because I was going to do this a while ago and I forgot. Anyways, that's all there is to show you about that. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Grindler at Bleeping Computer for allowing me to share my videos and posts on his website. Bleeping Computer has a lot of resources, including vetted programs, malware removal instructions, malware removal volunteers, other kinds of volunteers for IT, cybersecurity information, and more. It's a great place to go. Give it a try. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.